Hey, travel first again. Chris Coleman, still with last edition, by the way. He had artwork at the background. He hasn't moved. I mean, Chris, what do you do? You sit on the ship and you like the artwork, so you're sitting there again. What's going on?
Would you like me to move? Would you like me to move? Hang on. Let me do this.
Swiveling.
Let me do this. We'll turn this around. We'll turn this around.
Yes.
There we go. There we go. There's a bar. How about that? That is
I think
that is Vintage's wine bar. I'm not moving again. That is Vintage's wine bar. So there we go.
So hang on.
I need
you want
my
to talk
stuff.
more about food and wine, don't you? You want to talk more about the booze. You want to talk more about the food. What is happening on board the Ovation of the Seas? 19 days. And, I mean, you're a glutton for punishment. Is that the way I should start this segment? How much food are you consuming?
Plenty. And look, I will say this. I preemptively, before this cruise, actually went to the gym for workouts for many, many days.
Did you?
And I actually lost 5.5 kilos before coming on the cruise. Because I knew that most of it would probably come back on, and indeed probably all of it with interest would come back on in 19 days. So
in other words, that's part of the joy of going to the gym, that you allow yourself extra room for the second and third helpings of things. I get it. Okay. So,
and I am going to pay for this when I get home, and I'm going to be back into the gym almost every day. But like for instance, today we were in Wellington. I did 25,500 steps today in Wellington. Walked nearly 15 kilometres.
Nice.
So
okay,
so you do get the chance to get exercise, but you do also get the chance to go high calorie, and you also get the chance to go fancy. Now I know you like fancy, Alex. I certainly like fancy.
So we're talking chef's table, are we?
We are talking chef's table. In fact, what you're wearing right now, you'd be right at home for chef's table. It's dressy. It is tie collar. It is jacket. It is.
So you've actually brought a suit, have you, on board the ship?
I have a suit. If you're really lucky, and behave yourself, I'll wear it for the next one. Okay.
That'd be good.
That will depend on your availability, not mine.
Okay, fair enough.
Now you book chef's table. You can pre-book this before you come on the cruise. You can pick the day of the cruise you want to do it for your dinner.
Like $100 US or something, or what are we talking?
About 110, I think it was US, maybe a little bit more. But this is the fanciest meal on the ship. Let me share the menu with you, because that'll give you some idea. Now, when you make your booking, you get your assigned date on the day of your chef's table. An invitation actually arrives at your stateroom.
Nice. Okay.
Which will then remind you that you have to get dressed up. And then when you turn up, you're going to
have to read that to me, because I'm struggling to see that. Scallop something.
Scallop carpaccio for the first course, paired with now this menu will change and does change. It can change over the course of a cruise, and it will change over the course of a season. But for our night, 6 courses: scallop carpaccio paired with a Lindemann's Pinot Grigio, a smoked tomato soup paired with one of the most interesting wines I've ever had, a Californian white blend called Conundrum, which has Chardonnay, Sauv Blanc, and Semillon in there. The third course was a Maine lobster salad. Let's divert for a second, because it's an interesting definition of salad. It was paired with, by the way, a Kim Crawford Sauvignon Blanc from Marlborough, which is where we're going to be tomorrow. That's a lobster salad.
Wow. Okay. And when you say so those yellow lemons are salad, are they?
That's part of the eggy thing.
Eggy
over
thing,
on the far side.
So where's the salad?
No, that's not eggy. That's actually that's I think that's artichoke hearts in there. Artichoke hearts and something sliced underneath, and then you've got carrots and capsicum and cucumber and a dressing over the top of the lobster. So having said that, I
like lobster. I'm a bit of a lobster fan. Yeah, that's good.
Why does this not surprise me?
Yeah. I've got to say I haven't had lobster all that many times, but I mean, I like prawns and I like lobsters, but obviously you eat prawns more regularly than you eat lobster. So, it's one of those things. Okay, so hang on. You said 6 courses. You've gone
6
through
courses.
3.
There's the other side of the menu.
Very good.
The fourth course was a roasted branzino. A branzino is a Mediterranean fish served with grilled zucchini peppers and served with a California Chardonnay. And again, each course, by the way, is introduced by your maitre d'. There's only a maximum of 16 people in the dining room for this. And each course is introduced where the chef will tell you, or the maitre d' will tell you what is coming up and how the wine goes with it.
I'm interested in course 5. I mean, where Francis Ford Coppola enters the fray.
Yes, that is indeed Francis Ford Coppola, who has now branched out to making wine.
Is that right? Wow. I suppose you could have and really? Oh, very good.
I saw the bottle. When we first walked in, I saw the bottle of Francis Coppola. I thought,
looks very elegant.
There couldn't possibly be another Francis Coppola.
Well, I mean, Sophia Coppola makes good movies as well. So, you know,
yes.
It's a family. Okay, so, but it's quite an elegant,
elegant
the
bottle with
like?
not bad, especially with the grilled filet mignon. He has. Hang
on. The dessert. That's it. Sorry, we've got to deviate. The world. What peanut butter is that ganache?
Peanut butter ganache, a chocolate mousse, a salted caramel gelato, which was served with a salted caramel espresso martini. And I don't have a photo of it here, but you may that by the way, that is the filet mignon that came with the Coppola claret in there. Okay. But you may have already seen the world on a previous edition of Travel First. It may be a shared dish with another place. It may be round and chocolatey, Alex. So, but again,
I get it. Yes,
right. Trying not to give too much away here. So, but as you can see, there, each course is paired with an accompanying beverage. It is just fancy. It is the top shelf. It's tucked away on Ovation.
Did it live up to your expectations, Chris? I mean, table. You know, is it something
absolutely
that you? Yeah, it did. Okay, so in other words, this would be you do this as a treat once, or would you do it more than once on board? Say you'd taken virtually a 3-week.
You would do
trip.
It once on a cruise. This is I've been on several cruises now, and I have only omitted the chef's table or equivalent experience. I should say that most other cruise lines have something similar. For instance, P&O have Luke Mangan do his. There is a chef's table on Norwegian cruise lines as well. But the chef's table here on Royal Caribbean is just that little bit more polished.
Nice, but I mean that means that you've got to make sure that you take on board something elegant to wear. That's the other thing.
Not necessarily a suit.
Not necessarily. No. But a nice flag.
You do need to look sharp. Having said that, most cruises will still have a night or two where it's dressy. Nights per se are becoming less common.
It's only fair and reasonable. But, tell me, if you don't have it on board, though, Chris, can you...
Yeah.
I presume there's shops on board that you can buy gear as well. It might not be cheap, but you can buy... No?
You can buy. There's nowhere I could buy a suit on board here, but there's certainly places I can buy clothes. And there's places I can buy clothes and look quite sharp.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Now, listen, we've got to go shortly, but... you want to play a video, a couple of minute video, if you've got that lined up, something to do with robots, and I'm not sure what that's all about.
Yeah. Well, let's go to. Hang on, let's go to that, and we'll talk about this while we're we'll talk while this is playing, because this is largely self-explanatory once it gets up and running. This is the Bionic Bar. I think I've mentioned this in the past.
Bionic Bar. So this is artificial intelligence. Oh, wow.
No. This is robots, and you tell them what to do. In this case, it's you order a drink,
very good.
Or multiple people order drinks.
But hang on, is it
they go berserk, and they
voice
serve.
recognition? I mean, does everybody? What about different accents and things?
No. You tap your CPass card on the terminal, and then on the screen in the forefront there, and then you have to verify that you are who you say you are, and then you create your drink either from a preset menu, or you can mix your own with whatever you feel like in there.
You're not talking to it then? You're not actually talking to it. You're actually selecting it manually. Is that right?
You select it by a keypad, via a touch screen. Yes. Yeah. And then there are very large mirrors that have screens that sort of come through. They're very hard to film, by the way, but they show you how long it's going to be before your drink is ready, and it tells you what the machines are doing, and so on as well. So that is that is quite a bit of fun. We'll let this keep going because they're going to shake the drinks in a minute, and that's quite fun to watch. There we go. There's one of them shaking a drink now. So you can have your drink shaken, not stirred. Had to say it. Sorry. In there now, that one will go and put some more stuff into that drink now.
What's a drink cost, by the way, Chris? I mean, is this included in your? No, it's not. You have to pay for this separately, don't you?
This is no. I can. No. Well, I can't now because it's closed. But I can order almost any drink on there as part of the drinks package. You can if you don't have the drinks package, you can order a drink and add it to your account for the course of the cruise.
See, I don't
there we go.
drink
There's
at all,
something
so
blue.
A drinks package would be totally lost on me.
It would be totally wasted on someone like you, yes. But and here's how the drinks get served up.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
So the drink gets served up. So you tap your card at that point, and the drink slides out to you. You'll see this one. You'll see a bit better. There you go. Good. Tap of the card, and out it comes. Now,
how ingenious!
I will say this:
like
the robots aren't much for conversation. So if you're the kind of person who wants to go and pour your heart out to your bartender, the robots aren't going to be much good for that.
They're not like your local hairdresser. That's what you're telling me. I accept that. Okay, that's fair and reasonable. So it's good. No, it's good. By the way, I've noticed that you're talking about hair. When we started this, before you set sail, gee, your hair grows quickly.
Yeah, it does.
I've really noticed the difference. Yeah, I mean, not that it's long, but it was you got a number one buzz cut before you left, and you're reasonably hirsute now, which is very good. Talking about that, I think it's time for us to leave. And
can I throw before we go? Can I throw one other thing? I haven't taken photos of this one, so I didn't think it was appropriate to share photos of it. But you can also pay to do behind the scenes tours. And one of the places we did a behind the scenes tour of was the galley. So we actually got to go through multiple kitchens in here and see what goes on behind the scenes. And
what you watch people doing their background for the next meal, etc. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and gee, there's 3,100 passengers out of a possible 4,000 on this cruise. There's another 1,200 crew. To see that kind of an operation, it runs 24 hours a day. If I was to go down there now, they would be baking bread right now, and it is local time. It's about 1:10 in the morning. They would be baking bread now, and they would be preparing for breakfast already. It's a 24/7 operation on an industrial scale. If you get the chance to do that, they don't offer that on every cruise. If you get the chance, jump on it. Also, because afterwards they then serve you an exclusive brunch, and some of the dishes on that, it's the only time they serve them up is at that one. And the champagne they served with that was particularly nice as well. Anyway, Alex, it is very late for me. It is time for me to go to bed. I've got to say thanks to the Royal Caribbean
thanks
people.
Very much for staying up. Really appreciate it.
And we've got to thank them as well for the Voom internet, the fastest internet at sea. That's how we're doing this. And again, it seems to be working very nicely. Maybe that's because it's 1 in the morning, but it does seem to be working very nicely for us today. At 1:20
in the morning, it does. And this is Ovation of the Seas that Chris is on. And it is a 19-day cruise. We are going to hear more from Chris in coming days as we continue cruising around the French Polynesia, I believe is the best description. So let's speak again in the next few days. Catch you then on Travel First.